GAD 2022. This year our country is Egypt. We're so excited to share with you the amazing plants and animals of this beautiful country. First off, we have the amazing caracal. Caracals are considered one of the most beautiful cats. They have a long, medium-sized body, reddish golden coat, and very long hairs on the tips of their ears with distinctive markings on their face. They are also the fastest of the small cat breed. As caracals age, they start to lose their reddish coloring on their stomach, but their black and white markings still remain intact on their face. Caracal sticks out from other cats. For example, the caracal's cousin, servals, prefer hunting in the wetter, swampier areas, but the caracal likes to hunt in the drier areas such as savannas. Caracals have many advantages when hunting and can even jump up to 10 feet to catch a flying bird. Caracals are net hunters, and they are not picky about what they eat. They will eat any prey they catch. Occasionally, they will kill animals as big as young kudos or even impalas. Although caracals are usually silent, they are capable of making a variety of sounds. For example, they hiss and growl to show anger and make a wah-wah sound when they are upset. In fact, they can even make the sound of a crying leopard. Next up is rock hyraxes. Rock hyraxes are small, but DNA studies have shown that they are closely related to elephants and manatees. It's taken 60 million years to convert to the animal they are now, but still share similar characteristics such as skulls, tusks, and toes. Rock hyraxes are small but have very interesting anatomy. They have short, stubby legs and ears. They even have a patch of hair that covers a gland. This patch of hair stands up when the rock hyrax is mad. They even have a hollow space in their foot muscle so it acts like a suction cup, kept moist by the gland. This is what makes them so incredibly skillful. You may recognize this interesting animal from the movie The Lion King, but it is actually the striped hyena. They are hunters and they love to hunt. They have a strong jaw that breaks bones, horns, or hooves, and a stomach that kills bacteria. You may think it's bad they hunt so much, but it actually helps keep the landscape clean. Hyenas are usually compared to dogs or wild beasts sometimes, but they are quite literally a cat. They are part of the Phaeoformia, which stands for cat-like carnivores. Here we have the sycamore tree. The sycamore tree is an ancient tree that has been growing since 3000 BC. Sycamores can grow up to 25 meters with a trunk circumference of up to 6 meters. Ancient Egyptians used the tree for its figs, which were said to lower sugar levels in the blood, as well as using it for its bark and latex. They used latex to cure some medical and skin diseases, and the bark and wood to make furniture. Pomegranates are a red rounded fruit with a few leaves growing from the top. Pomegranates are said to symbolize death, longevity, paradise, and temptation. They're often called royal fruit because it is said to look like the crown jewels. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have an amazing Global Awareness Day. Goodbye!
Hello everyone, this is Riley Bombray speaking from Egypt. Today I will be speaking and you will be learning. This year's GAD country will be Egypt. I will be talking about the Nile River, the Egyptian calendar, the White Desert, and the ancient Ramadan holiday. Our first subject is the Nile River. The Nile River is about 4,132 miles long. It is the longest river in the world. They call it the father of African rivers in Egypt, but of course it's also called the Nile River. It lies south of the equator and flows north through Africa. Then it drains out into the Mediterranean Sea to flow with the rest of the world. The Nile is formed by three different rivers: the Blue Nile, the Atbara River, and the White Nile. It was used for transportation and trading materials and tools miles away. Next up, we have the Egyptian calendar. The Egyptians were the first people to use the 365 days as a year in a calendar. The Egyptian calendar is one of the first calendars known to mankind. They also made a second calendar based on the phases of the moon. Did you know that they actually made the calendar with 13 months instead of 12? They made the calendar based on the sun cycle and, crazy enough, the tide of the Nile River. It was also made in 46 BCE. Okay, so now that you know about the Nile River and the Egyptian calendar, we're going to learn about one of my favorites, the White Desert. It's one of my favorites because it's really pretty and I love the sun. Its name is also Sahara Beta Desert. The desert is almost rainless and can only rely on the Nile River. The reason it's called the White Desert is because of its sandstone formations that are spread out throughout the whole desert. The White Desert is about 1,162 miles long. Not as long as the Nile River, though. Last but certainly not least is the Ramadan holiday. The Ramadan holiday is celebrated on the 9th month of the Muslim calendar. It begins and ends with the sight of the crescent moon. Ramadan begins 10 to 12 days earlier every year than the last. This allows it to fall in every season. This year, Ramadan lasts from Saturday, April 2nd to Sunday, May 1st, 2022. There is no actual date that it starts at, but all depends on the crescent moon. That's the wrap up. Thank you for watching and learning from my video. I hope you learned a lot in this and want to learn more about Egypt. Goodbye!
All the old paintings on the tombs, they do the sand dance, don't you know? If they move too quick, away, oh, they're falling down like a domino. All of us are men by the Nile, they got the money on a bet. of the Nile. Water buffalo wading in the shallow water, keep the birds away from the crocodiles. Cruising down the river on a dahabeah, see Egyptian sights on the river Nile. Sail into the past like a pioneering voyager, the dahabeah takes you back in time. In the valley of the kings, you can see the many temples, carved into the mountains are decorated tombs with ancient descriptions about Egyptian pharaohs. The stars where you can barter your spices and your views. Sailing down the river on a dahabeah, see Egyptian sights on the river Nile. Powered by the wind and the currents of the river, the dahabeah cruise the Nile in style. Dahabeah takes you back in time. Cattle resting in the fields, trees and plants are glowing, Birds do flutter, flutter, flutter above the marshes, their wings uplifted, lifted, lifted in adoration. And all creation singing, singing, singing. All creation singing. All winged things are flying, flying. Sun, 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 trees and plants are growing. They live where you have shone on them, live where you have shone on them. So shine, sun, 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 shine, sun, 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 sunshine.
Hello! Today we'll be talking about Egypt and all its great places to visit. Egypt is a very old place, starting in around 3100 BC. It's located around the northern part of the Nile River and has many deserts and low mountains. Egyptians have a unique religion, believing in many gods and goddesses, including the goddess Bastet and the god Osiris. They also had many monarchs, like King Tut. Let's jump into the many places you can visit when you are in Egypt. One of the many places you can visit is Saqqara. It was founded by the Medes in 3000 BC and it's the oldest complete stone building complex in history. It's a vast necropolis of tombs, chambers, and pyramids that were used during the pharaonic rule eras and is best known for its Old Kingdom step pyramid. Many rare mummified animals have been found in Saqqara, including 2 lion cubs, cobras, and birds. Saqqara is a really interesting place and has so much history behind it. Another place you must see is a little oasis in the western desert. The oasis is surrounded by date palms and a bunch of hot water springs along the rocky hills of the El Tifa Plateau. This is called the Siwa Oasis. In the middle of the area is Siwa Town, also known as the Fortress of Shali. There are also a bunch of temple remnants scattered around Siwa Town, including the Temple of the Oracle. There are more than 300 freshwater springs and streams, 300,000 date palms, and 70,000 olive trees. The Siwa Oasis is exceptionally fertile and supports thousands of plants, animals, and people. Another place in Egypt that you can visit is Abu Simbel. This temple has huge statues outside and a lot of wall paintings inside. Now, the Abu Simbel temple is actually 2 individual temples, both made out of rock in the 1200 BC time period. One temple was dedicated to King Ramses II, and the second temple was dedicated to his wife, Queen Nefertari. The Nile River is another very interesting place. It's the longest river on Earth and probably one of the most confusing. People have spent centuries searching for the source of the river, but still haven't found one up to this day. It helped the Egyptians in every aspect of life, whether it's providing food and resources or being the main use of transportation. Alongside its winding currents is a town called Aswan. It is Egypt's most tranquil town, and a few things you can do there are bungee jumping, kayaking, swimming, and horse riding. Egypt is a beautiful place, and there are many sights to see, but if you ever go there, you should visit Saqqara, the Siwa Oasis, Abu Simbel, and the Nile River, seeing as they are all wonderful sights and have so much history behind them. I hope you have a wonderful Global Awareness Day. Bye!